Before we get into it, what you're about to watch is the censored version of this episode. Increasingly, the algorithm is becoming more and more hostile to the type of content I want to deliver. This is a fully independent channel which is contending with the real world issues. If you'd like to support me and keep these talks alive, please head over to the Substack, where here and only here you'll find the full uncensored video, along with live Q&As, a chance to speak to some of the biggest voices in this space, and building a community of like-minded people. I'll leave a link in the description. Please be sure to check it out. Alternatively, if you do want to watch the whole episode for free, you can find the censored version on Spotify. If you do watch it here, all I'd ask is please be sure to follow. Please be sure to give it a 5-star review. This really, really helps with the algorithm. Anyways, enough from me. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
How many years do you think the UK has left till it really explodes?
Mark Collette makes a really good point about this. So Mark Collette he was part of the BNP, probably the last actually based party, and the media was ruthless. And this is a time before social media too, so they didn't really have their own voice. But he makes a good point, right? So we're right now sitting around the 70% mark. And only about half of white people, half of the natives, are aware that we're going to become minorities and are willing to vote. It's something like the highest turnout that has ever happened is like 49%. It was around that mark. And the lowest score of a prime minister actually getting in is around the 33% mark, right? So you need right now, you need 50% of the people to be voting the right direction, which is mass deportations, which is getting our own sovereignty back, which is, like you say, bringing back the death penalty.
Sure.
You need 50% of people right now to realize that and all vote the correct way. On top of that, we have this infighting. We have two parties which, to the bulk of the public, look exactly the same. Reform and Restore, they look the same. So we're hoping for the absolute best turnout to vote collectively for the right party, which is going to take us the right direction. And that is basically this election coming up, 2029. This is literally the last election where we can turn things around politically. And even then, if you pick the party, they could still turn around and f*** you in the ass, as they've been doing now, like Brexit, they f*** us over. The Boris wave, 2020, yep, during COVID.
I was just about to talk about that, yeah.
Right. So this is our last chance. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It could, and I don't see the response from people being quite at that racial awareness just yet en masse. Majority, I think, are still normies. So yeah, it's a real hard one. At least you guys, you still have your guns. I'm happy to see someone like Eric Orwell getting so much more support now, because people are realizing, but you guys are very spread out. So it's also a different issue. You do kind of need to all move to one place so you can consolidate your power.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about this and I keep I kind of flip-flop a lot, because like you have Patriot Front that has all these networks across America, and you have Orwell who's planning to set up more communities. And it's like, is it better if we're spread out amongst like little local areas? You know what I'm saying? Is it better that we have 100 people here, 100 people there, 100 people there? Because if we're all in one area, they can just surround the place and siege us. But if we're spread out, then we're exactly like the Continental Army. Little militias just running around everywhere. I'm not saying Patriot Front's militia. I'm not saying Return of the Land militia. But what I'm saying is, if we're spread out, we're like the Continental Army. We're not just in one area. We're just kind of hip-hopping around. And I think that's much more dangerous. And I think the flock camera building is going to hinder our ability to really get out and get active. But I don't think that should stop us either. And I see with you guys, you have these cameras all in your major cities. How do these cameras do in your cities to stop the stabbings? They don't care. The migrant will look dead in the camera and go, hey, you see what I'm about to do? And continue on with the stabbing. I mean, you know, I go on TikTok and I'll see some old England edit with the Smiths playing in the background. I'll go, oh my goodness, this is what these people lost, and it's absolutely insane. You will never know what a white Britain is. You'll never know what a majority white Britain or majority white London is, and unless we turn things around, which I think we will. But right now, you've never known what that is, and I've never known what a majority white Florida. I never knew what a majority white Washington D.C. looked like. We're minorities in our own capital. I mean, how safe is? I don't know. When was the last time we went to London?
Yeah, years ago. We're talking, I don't know, let's say around the 10-year mark.
Okay, so right before the Boris wave.
Oh yeah, before Boris wave. Yeah.
So how different do you think it is now?
Yeah, it's gone. I mean, I've been to Notting Hill Carnival, and the racial tension is so real. And like, they don't like race profiling black people, so it skews the numbers massively, right? Because there is a legit risk within the police force. If they do racially profile someone, they could lose their jobs. However, if they racially profile a white person, no problem. Have at it, lads. So we don't really have concrete kind of statistics on what exactly the black crime is versus white crime. But we do know that black on black crime is more common. It's like double the amount. Sorry. We know black on black crime is common, and we know that black victims is like double the amount of white victims. So we know that the bulk of perpetrators are black, right? We know that majority of the stabbings are black. I think like the most dangerous group is like the Caribbean blacks, right? And I go to Notting Hill Carnival, which is kind of like this like celebration of diversity. It's showing, like all these different cultures and how they enjoy this, blah, blah, blah. But you go through a few black neighborhoods and everyone is just on their porch and everyone is just like in their front gardens staring you out. And it's like, what the is going on? Like, this is our capital city. This is what my ancestors have built. And this is the hospitality I receive in my own country. And now we're seeing these, within London too, there's mini Bangladesh. You have huge pockets where white people aren't welcome. You have huge areas where no one speaks even a lick of English. All right. And we're seeing that in Birmingham. We see that in Manchester. I think Manchester, white people just become the minority as well. So the cities are gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, like you say, the gated communities, we have huge sections of the country, which is like majority white.
The Shires. The Shires?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The Shires were based on like the little villages. And so you have all these people kind of deluded, and the idea of racism, the idea of trying to single people out or not be inclusive, it hurts them internally. So they can't really comprehend the struggles of the people in the cities, the struggles of people in diverse areas. So it's a mess, in short. It's a big mess.
I mean, I think you need to be put on psychotic meds if you went to Notting Hill Festival willingly as a white guy. Are you trying to just get killed? You're insane, dude. All the stabbings. It's like the music festival in France that happened recently, where girls are getting stabbed by needles again. These Africans are going around stabbing women with needles and poisoning them. One girl passed out. One girl fell unconscious, but she woke back up. And it's like, this happened 2 years in a row now. And you still have these white French women out there beating on drums and celebrating African culture. I don't know why Paris is so dangerous, but I'm going to celebrate African culture. I don't know who the rapist is going to be later. It's not going to be a white man, because white men don't want to touch you with a 40-foot pole, you nasty skanks. Take a freaking shower. And one thing is very true about all this is I see videos of Whitechapel. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because America used to be cool. We had like Little Italy. And the mafia ran those areas, but it's like you and I could walk through there with no affiliations to anyone. We'd be all right. They might say, hey, who are you with? Oh, I'm just, Joe Schmo. Okay, you can go. They wouldn't just light us up like Christmas Eve. But you go through these neighborhoods, Hey, where you from, fam? Where you from? I'm from Arizona. You get freaking stabbed.
Yeah,
There's no hospitality amongst these people. These people are savages, dude. They're literally savages, and they need to be treated like savages too. And all the people who let these guys in, I would say that they should be tried as traitors, and we ought to let the penalty for treason is. So I'll probably just leave it at that.
This is the thing too. Like the people who have been in the country for a while, as in the minorities, who can actually be honest with this stuff. People like the Andre Williams, they don't want diversity too. Like they understand that it's like when they're being honest. Like I've got tons of black friends in London as well, and like guys that we can actually sit down and be like, yeah, okay, England is a white country, obviously. Yeah, I'm more likely to get stabbed by a black guy than I am you. Yeah, obviously. So like it's helping no one. It's the blacks who are indoctrinated because they're easy to convince that white people are the problem, despite them wanting to live in a white country. Like just try and be consistent. Like try and think that through. Why would you want to live there if they're so evil? But they don't see the contradiction. They don't see that actually they're part of the problem. To which and women too. Like man, like I see so many videos all the time. Like the biggest threat to us is far right nationalism. It's like these are the only guys realistically who are probably going to actually help you, who are probably going to try and keep the barbarians from doing what they're going to do to you. I don't know. Where are you with the woman question? What will be, if you're in charge, what would be the fix for you?
Men need to stop saying yes to sex. Virginity is actually base. That's what we need. That's what we need to remember. Because
so if you've made it this far, first of all, thanks very much. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're watching on Spotify, please be sure to give it a 5-star review. The full uncensored version of this episode can be found on Substack and Substack alone. Both YouTube and Spotify require censorship. However, Substack doesn't. With one YouTube already taken away, it's only a matter of time before it happens again. On top of that, with the Substack, we'll be doing live Q&As, talks with some of the biggest voices in this space, and a chance for you to ask the questions you want answering. Head over to Substack now for only £5 a month. I'll leave a link for this in the bio below. Cancel anytime. Thanks for watching this week's episode, and I hope to see you next time. All the best.